Welcome back to Anivix. In today's video, we are going to explain Jujutsu Kaisen Season 1 Episode 2 in a detailed and interesting way. This episode might feel simple at first, but it actually sets up the entire foundation for Yuji Itadori's journey. So make sure you watch till the end, because every moment in this episode matters. So without wasting any time, let's begin. After the intense and shocking events of the previous episode, Yuji Itadori wakes up in a completely unfamiliar environment. Just a short time ago, he was an ordinary high school student living a normal life. But in one moment, everything changed when he made a decision that no one else could make. He swallowed Sukuna's finger. A cursed object so dangerous that even trained sorcerers hesitate to go near it. And yet, Yuji survived. This alone makes him different from everyone else. But survival does not mean safety. Standing in front of him is Satoru Gojo, a man who might look relaxed and carefree, but is actually known as the strongest Jujutsu sorcerer in the world. At first, Gojo doesn't act the way you would expect. He jokes, smiles, and talks casually, almost like this situation is nothing serious. But that's exactly what makes him so interesting. Because despite his attitude, you can feel that he is always in control. Yuji, still confused, tries to understand what is happening. And that's when Gojo explains the truth. Yuji is now the vessel of Ryomen Sukuna, the king of curses. A being so powerful and terrifying, but even after death, his presence continues to exist through his cursed fingers. Each finger holds a part of his power, and even one of them is enough to cause destruction. Normally, if a human becomes Sukuna's vessel, there is only one solution: immediate execution. No second chances, no discussions. And Yuji's case is no different. His execution has already been decided by the higher authorities of the Jujutsu world. Hearing this, Yuji is unable to fully process it. Just a few hours ago, he was thinking about school, friends, and daily life. And now, his death is already planned. But then, Gojo introduces something unexpected. A different possibility. Instead of killing Yuji immediately, they can use him. Gojo explains that Sukuna's fingers are scattered across different places. If Yuji consumes all of them, Sukuna's full power will return inside him. And once that happens, Yuji can be executed, completely erasing Sukuna from existence forever. It is a dangerous plan. A very dangerous plan. Because it means allowing Sukuna to live inside Yuji for a longer time. But Gojo believes that Yuji is special. Not just because he survived, but because he might be able to control Sukuna. To confirm this, Gojo decides to test him. He asks Yuji to switch with Sukuna. At first, Yuji hesitates, because even he doesn't fully understand what might happen. But trusting Gojo, he agrees. And in an instant, everything changes. Sukuna takes over. The atmosphere becomes heavy, dark, and intense. Even without doing anything, Sukuna's presence alone feels overwhelming. His expression changes, his voice becomes deeper, and his entire personality shifts into something terrifying. This is no longer Yuji. This is the king of curses. Without wasting a second, Sukuna tries to attack Gojo. This moment feels like it's going to turn into a deadly battle. But what happens next is completely unexpected. Gojo doesn't even struggle. He smiles. Even while facing Sukuna, Gojo remains calm and relaxed. He dodges every attack effortlessly, almost like he is playing a game. Sukuna, despite his power, cannot land a single proper hit. This moment clearly shows something important. Gojo is not just strong, he is on a completely different level. Even Sukuna recognizes this. Gojo then casually explains his abilities while fighting, showing how confident he is. For Yuji, watching all of this is shocking. He realizes that he has entered a world where power like this exists. Real. And the people who fight them are even more terrifying. After a short time, Yuji regains control of his body. And this is something that surprises even Gojo. Because controlling Sukuna is supposed to be impossible. No one has ever done it like this before. Now, Gojo is completely sure. Yuji is special, and because of that, he decides to take responsibility for him. He plans to bring Yuji to Tokyo Jujutsu High, where he can train and become a jujutsu sorcerer. But before they move forward, Gojo asks Yuji a question, a very important question. He asks him, "How do you want to die?" It sounds simple, but the meaning behind it is deep, because Yuji cannot escape death. Whether now or later, it will happen. So the real question is not if he will die, but how he chooses to live until that moment. Yuji is forced to think seriously, and in that moment he remembers his grandfather, the last person who truly cared for him. Before dying, his grandfather told him something important: to help people, and to make sure he doesn't die alone. Those words stay with Yuji. They give him direction. After thinking deeply, Yuji makes his choice. He chooses to live. Not because he is afraid of dying, but because he wants his life to have meaning. If he can help people, if he can save lives, then even if he dies in the end, it will be worth it. This moment defines Yuji's character. He is not driven by power. He is not chasing revenge. He simply wants to do what he feels is right. Hearing this, Gojo accepts his decision. And just like that, Yuji's new journey begins. On their way to Tokyo, we see more of Gojo's personality. He jokes, talks casually, and acts carefree. But at the same time, it's clear that he understands everything. He is always in control. When they finally arrive at Tokyo Jujutsu High, Yuji is about to enter a completely new world. A world he knows nothing about. But before he can officially join, there is one final step. He has to meet the principal, Masamichi Yaga. Unlike Gojo, Yaga is strict and serious. He doesn't trust easily, and he doesn't accept Yuji right away. Instead, he decides to test him. Yaga uses a cursed doll that continuously attacks Yuji. At the same time, he asks him a question. Why do you want to become a jujutsu sorcerer? At first, Yuji struggles. He says he wants to help people. But that answer is not enough. Because in this world, helping people comes with a cost. It means facing death again and again. It means risking everything. So Yaga keeps pushing him. The doll keeps attacking. Yuji is forced to think deeper. Finally, he understands. And then he gives his real answer. He says he doesn't want to regret how he lives or dies. He wants to save people in a way that feels true to himself. Not because someone told him to, but because he genuinely believes in it. This honesty changes everything. Yaga sees the determination in Yuji. And finally, he accepts him. With this, Yuji officially becomes a student at Tokyo Jujutsu High. This marks the beginning of his new life. A life filled with danger. A life filled with battles. A life where every decision matters. But also, a life with purpose. At the end of the episode, we see Yuji stepping forward into this unknown world. He has left behind his normal life. But he's gained something greater. A reason to move forward. And this is just the beginning of an incredible journey. Thank you for watching on Anivix. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more anime explanations like this. And stay tuned, because things are only going to get more intense from here. See you in the next video.